We have really great sponsors like the San Gabriel Valley Economic Partnership. And if you'd like for us to have you featured on this show as well, and you'd like to sponsor us, then why not? Go ahead and contact us on any of our news feeds that you'd like.
And now on for the Morning Buzz, we have Shirley Husar.
Yes.
Joins us this morning.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
Good. Thank you for being here.
Oh my God, it's such a beautiful day in Southern California.
It is.
Yes,
and now you're with Urban Game Changers. What is that all about?
Urban Game Changers is an organization where we hold elected officials accountable. We go in the urban communities and we talk to the leaders and the community. And a lot of people, they don't realize that they're so focused on the presidency, as that the presidency, which is the FET level, do not control local government. So we are anywhere between 5 to 8 statewide now. We have leaders within those communities, and we talk to the community about what's going on locally, from the water board to the school board to anything that might be having problems.
And what district are you at?
Well, it's not district, it's statewide for Urban Game Changers. So, yeah, so we're in different communities. Like within Louisiana, they don't have, they have parishes that we are in. So it just depends. But it's important because we have a large social media following base as well.
And now you specifically work with, as part of the Republican Party, part of Donald Trump, correct?
Yes, I am a California state delegate. Yay! For Mr. Trump, I love Mr. Trump. I think he's phenomenal. I'm so excited. You know, there are 38 million people to represent in California, and they chose 1,134 delegates, and they only chose 3 for the San Gabriel Valley. And I am
you're one of them.
The other 2 are Donna Lowe and Sophie Wong.
And now this morning, our morning buzz has to do about Donald Trump, and
that's what we're here to talk about.
Yeah, let's talk about the Trumpster,
immigration,
and how the veterans are being treated. Now, what he specifically said, he got up in Washington, D.C., and he went. It was like a motorcyclist event that they have every year.
For the Memorial Day, yes.
Correct.
Honoring the memorial
and he
veterans.
Brought up how veterans are being mistreated as he goes in comparison to illegal immigrants, how they're being treated better than veterans.
That's
now, how
correct.
do you feel about that?
I think he's right on the money with that. I think if we look at this country nationwide, there's an epidemic in California. We see many homeless people growing. They're in areas we normally would never see anyone hover in. And of course, with the growth of development downtown LA, they continue to get pushed out into the communities. We have mental illness issues that we need to deal with. We need to put America first, and that will make America great again.
Why do you think this is the case in this country? Why are illegal immigrants treated better than our veterans?
I think that what has happened is we have too many government expanded programs, and we've reached across the border, and we've forgotten our own common man. Look, we have to identify that we do have an illegal immigration issue going on. In the city of Huntington Park, for example, they were starting to hire illegal immigrants to run the city, saying they're good people, they're nice people. It's that we don't think that illegal immigrants aren't nice and good people. They're here illegally. And anything that you do illegally against the law, against the Constitution, then we fail ourselves. The Constitution says we the people, in order to form a more perfect union, establish justice and domestic tranquility. That is the problem in America right now. We have too many internal issues. We are segregating ourselves, and we cannot continue to have that happen.
Now, I will say, in watching the speech itself, I looked online. You can find it on different websites. I was listening to him, and it's a pretty lengthy speech that he gave. And I would say, aside from whether or not illegal immigrants are being treated better, I took it as in like the topic itself, as the veterans themselves. When it comes to medical, he brought up how someone at one of the debates had gone up to him and told him how he had waited 7 days to be seen. And just that in itself, I think, even aside from illegal immigrants, just the proper needs that they have, medical or everything.
Can you imagine, here you are, you're in a country that you serve, you sacrifice your life, your time, your energy away from your family and your wife and kids just to come back home and be treated like a third world citizen? I mean, a lot of veterans that you went to a war with, you look and you drive down the street and you say, hey, I knew that guy. He had my back. And you can barely take care of yourself. We don't have our priority issues in place. There is a mental health growing within the veteran community, and Mr. Trump identifies that. Mr. Trump sees that we have to siege what is going on in the urban communities, what is happening on a statewide level and take care of home first before we can continue to fix everybody else.
And now he supposedly raised a ton of money, for veterans, but
Right.
there's this question: where did that money go, or what is it being used for? What's your take on that?
Well, Mr. Trump has already disclosed that. He's already disclosed the numbers. The media constantly want to make it seem like Mr. Trump is not being a contributor towards life. Most people who are contributors are very private about that. And being a private businessman, you have to understand that is how he's always operated. But the media kept pressing that, oh, did you really give to the veterans? And then when he said he gave to the veterans, he gave the amount that he gave to the veterans, they are still not happy. Look, he is on point. He's hungry, he's excited, he's got his train behind him. I'm on that train, and I hope that you come on that train with us and make a difference and make America great again.
Oh, I will say, at least as it goes for the support that he has with the veterans, it's a good thing to tie in, and it's a good thing for him to put out there because people will relate to that, and
Yes.
it's something that you do want support
Absolutely.
in. So at least
And
it's a
even
good point, that he's making.
He keeps saying, let's make America great again, but again, the media, I don't know if it's just the media that's portraying it this way. I know you work, with him, but they're saying he's not giving details as to how. He's just kind of all talk. What is your take on that?
Well, I mean, how could you not say America's having problems? We need to make America great again because we can look at the situation. We talk about the homeless, we talk about the illegal immigration, we talk about the infrastructure of how we are segregating ourselves from one another. Look at the people who come out and they wave the Mexican flag versus the American flag. This is the United States of America. We're supposed to be united. I mean, if they want so much detail out of Mr. Trump, they need to go look at Hillary, because that is the problem right there. Here's a lady who's arrogant and who's crooked. Here's a lady who sits back, who talks about emails and kind of fluffs off the media, fluffs off the American people. We don't want anyone like that. We want someone who's poignant and strong. We speak of America in a female term. She's finally got a man who has some kahunas going to run this country.
Well, now I can see that you're very passionate about what you speak of,
thank you for
and
joining us.
we
Thank
appreciate you
I
coming on.
appreciate
Will you
being
come on
here.
again?
Trump train, absolutely. When he becomes the president, I'll be back.
Well, coming up in the Sunrise Spotlight, Ability First, which has programs that help people with disabilities.
That's right. Lori and Jamie joins us next.